We're making our way into South Africa's Breedekloof wine region to discover incredible wineries and even more delicious red wines. With that in mind, let's get stuck in. First up, we have Breedekloof. The winery was established in 1961 by a group of 13 farmers just outside the town of Roosendaal. Breedekloof was one of the earliest cooperatives in the region, transitioning from bulk wine production to bottling under its own label in 1974 with a pinotage. The name Breedekloof translates to Big Island, reflecting the cellar's location amidst fertile river islands in the Breedekloof Valley. Their awards include the General Smuts Trophy and the South African Champion Red Blend at the South Africa Young Wine Show, a competition with over 2,000 entries. Geslepe is a soft and easygoing Merlot from the dramatic slopes of the Slanghoek Mountains in the Breedekloof region. Grown on well-drained rocky soils, the grapes develop deep concentration, while the cool mountain nights help preserve freshness and balance. On the nose, expect ripe blueberry fruit with a whisper of smoke. The palate follows through with plush, black fruits and savory, smoky undertones. Classic Breedekloof character, where sun-ripened richness meets cool climate finesse. Make sure to serve this wine lightly chilled to around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius to bring out the wine's soft fruit profile. For food pairing, an ideal match would be dishes such as classic Cumberland sausage and mash, a smoky aubergine bake, or a Sunday roast beef sandwich with horseradish. Next up, we have Breedekloof Wine Estate. Their story began in 1735 when Johann Herman Latingen arrived in the Cape of Good Hope as a soldier for the Dutch East India Company. In 1743, Johann Herman settled in the Wagemalkers Valley on the western portal of the historic Breedekloof, where the Latingen family farmed for the next 3 generations. They would often cross the Breedekloof with their cattle, looking for new grazing fields, and with time, temporary cattle posts were erected. In 1843, Willem Hendrik Latingen decided to permanently settle on the eastern portal of the Breedekloof, where the present-day Breedekloof winery sits. The farm's position provides unique climatic conditions due to the narrowing of the Breede River Valley at their location. The funnel effect that is created gives Breedekloof cooling winds in summer and sufficient rainfall to require only supplementary irrigation when necessary. The soil is defined by a major geological fault, the Worcester Fault, which runs through the valley. A variety of soils exist, and the vineyards have been sited where generations of experience show they produce the best results. The winery has won several awards, including South Africa Terroir Breedekloof District winner, gold, double gold and platinum medals with the Michelangelo International Spirits and Wines Awards, and Breedekloof Winemaker of the Year, White Wine of the Year 2022 and 2024. Harmony is a vibrant Cabernet Sauvignon. Thanks to the Breedekloof region's dramatic diurnal temperature shifts, warm days tempered by cool, mountain-shadowed evenings, this wine strikes a fine balance between ripeness and freshness. The nose brims with lively red berry aromas, while the palate offers a softer, more easygoing style of Cabernet Sauvignon, full of mellow tannins and plush ripe red fruit. The mountainous, stony soils of Breedekloof force the vines to dig deep, resulting in lower yields and greater flavor concentration, just what you taste here in the wine's pure, fruit-driven character. Serve a glass lightly chilled to bring out its freshness. If you are looking for a food pairing, this wine is ideal with a homemade lamb burger, a mushroom stroganoff, or even a midweek sausage and mash. The Fitzraya is an expressive take on Touriga Nacional, a grape traditionally associated with Portugal's finest reds and ports. Here, the climate and terroir of the vineyards help preserve freshness while allowing deep, ripe flavors to develop fully. The nose is intriguing and gently herbal, with notes of violets, lavender, and dark cherries rising from the glass. On the palate, it's soft and mellow, showing ripe black fruit layered with that same subtle herbal lift. Typically full-bodied with bold structure, Touriga Nacional in this cooler South African setting shows a fresher, more elegant and complex profile, making it highly food-friendly. We recommend serving a glass slightly below room temperature, around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, to accentuate its floral aromatics. When it comes to food pairing, match this wine with slow-cooked lamb shoulder, venison sausages, or a mushroom and lentil cottage pie. Dishes with depth and savory richness that echo the wine's herbal undertones and plush fruit. They also bring the first of our special reserve 6-pack red wines. Bearsif Cabernet Sauvignon, like the rest of the Bearsif estate, benefits from the terroir of the upper slopes of the Worcester Fault, resulting in slow ripening fruit that preserves freshness while building richness. The wine is full of aromas of dried plum and cassis, edged by herbal lift. On the palate, dark berries and red currant glide alongside savory hints, underpinned by supple tannins and a subtle oak frame from 24 months in small barrels. There's a poised balance here, generous yet elegant. This Cabernet Sauvignon should be decanted for an hour or so before serving at 16 to 18 degrees Celsius for the best experience. For food pairing, try a glass or two alongside roast beef with Yorkshire puddings, venison steaks with seasonal mushrooms, or an aged cheddar. For a weekday pairing, try lamb chops with rosemary, or even a hearty lentil bake for a vegetarian match. Next we have Mountain Ridge. The winery was originally established as Romansrivier Winery in 1949, but the success of wines bottled under the Mountain Ridge label in local and international markets prompted the decision to rename the winery to Mountain Ridge. Mountain Ridge wines played a role in shaping one of South Africa's most celebrated winemakers. In the 1990s, Eben Sadie, now internationally renowned for his pioneering work in South African winemaking, began his journey as a winemaker at Mountain Ridge. They have won several medals in international competitions, including gold and double gold with Gilbert and Gaillard 2024, and silver and gold with Concours Mondial de Bruxelles 2024. The Twins Merlot is a refreshing but concentrated red wine. This is a Merlot that brims with ripe black cherry and blackberry, accented by subtle smoke and a twist of spice. A thread of dark chocolate richness runs through the palate, giving it depth without losing its supple, Moorish charm. Medium full in body, it is both generous and refined, with a smooth finish that lingers. For the best experience, make sure to decant this Merlot for a short period of time before pouring a glass at 16 to 18 degrees Celsius. This wine pairs beautifully with hearty British fare. Think lamb shepherd's pie, char-grilled sausages with caramelized onion, or a classic mushroom and thyme risotto for a softer match. They bring the second of our special reserve 6-pack red wines. Mountain Ridge Premium Shiraz is a Shiraz that speaks clearly of its mountainside origins. Cooler evenings preserve freshness, while mineral-rich soils give a subtle, smoky edge that lifts the ripe black raspberry fruit. The dark berry core is rounded by gentle oak, weaving in nuances of roasted coffee and a whisper of spice without overwhelming the palate. It's a wine that carries both richness and restraint, shaped by the local terroir's natural elegance. Letting the wine breathe for about 20 minutes before pouring at a temperature of around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius is recommended. If you are looking for a food pairing, try a glass with char-grilled lamb chops or a pepper-crusted steak, where the smoke and fruit work perfectly. For a more everyday match, try it with a mushroom pie, hearty sausages, or a mature cheddar. Its balance also makes it a friend to game dishes like venison casserole. With that, our breakdown of the Breedekloof wines has come to an end, but your own journey into this gorgeous South African wine region is just beginning. We hope you enjoy your wines at home. Cheers.